This next video starts with a recruiter talking to a new candidate for the very first time. The candidate has already told her that his career has stagnated. Let's join the conversation and take a look at how she tries to assess the risk of her new candidate taking a counteroffer.
Thanks, Alex. Before we dive into the details of the position, I'd like to understand more about your current job situation and your motivations for considering a new opportunity. You mentioned a moment ago that your career growth has stagnated at your current company. Could you tell me more about why you feel that way?
Well, I've been in my current role for 3 years now, and I haven't seen any opportunities for advancement within the company. The projects I've been working on haven't been very challenging, and I feel like I'm not learning anything new.
I see. And have you discussed your concerns with your manager or anyone else at the company? Is there any specific reason why there aren't more career options available for you there?
I've talked to my manager about it, but it seems like there just aren't any openings for higher level positions at the moment. The company is quite small, so opportunities for growth are limited.
That's helpful to know, Alex. Now, let's focus on your ideal next role. What kind of career options are you looking for, and what would you like to achieve in your next position?
In my next role, I'd like to work on more innovative projects and have the opportunity to learn new technologies. Ideally, I would also like to have a clear path for career growth, such as the possibility of moving into a team lead or managerial position in the future.
Thank you for sharing that, Alex. It's important to consider all factors when looking for a new role. Suppose your current employer were to offer you a promotion or a pay rise to stay with them. In that case, do you think you would be satisfied, or would you still be interested in exploring new opportunities that align better with your career goals?
I think it would depend on the specifics of the counteroffer. However, my main concern is finding a role that allows me to grow and develop my skills. A pay rise alone wouldn't be enough to change my mind.
That's good to know, Alex. Understanding your motivations will help me present you with opportunities that align with your career goals. Now let's talk more about the software developer position we have open.
So, what else would you have done differently? In a moment, please pause the video and write down at least 5 more things that you could have done differently in order to reduce the risk of this candidate taking a counteroffer later down the line. I'll join you again in a moment. Welcome back. Whilst the recruiter did the right thing by delving into the risk of the candidate taking a counteroffer, she could and should have gone deeper. Let's take another look at what the candidate actually said.
I think it would depend on the specifics of the counteroffer.
At this point, she should have asked the candidate to explain what he meant by, "It would depend on the specifics of the counteroffer." She also missed the opportunity to reinforce a reason not to take the counteroffer. And she missed the opportunity to gather manager names whilst testing to what extent the candidate has already been disappointed by the lack of promotion opportunities, and instead of saying the words that you now see on your screen. She could have got manager names by saying, "Who have you spoken with in your current company to be 100% sure that there really are no promotion opportunities for you?" So, what other improvements did you spot? Are you reducing the risk of the counteroffer with every candidate you speak with? And do you reinforce a reason not to take the counteroffer every single time? Think of the psychology of the following. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being most likely, how likely would you be to stay with your current company if they offer you a big pay rise or that promotion you mentioned? Followed by you sharing the most suitable reason that reinforces their good decision. I don't blame you, because after all, what kind of company would only recognize your true worth at the point of your resignation? Or, I don't blame you, because after all, where's the money coming from for that pay rise that they are giving you now, which might be your next pay rise arriving early? Many companies have fairly strict wage guidelines, and so how likely is it that you'll be stuck on that pay level for some period of time? Or, I don't blame you. After all, they might start looking for a replacement for you after your pay rise gift, since they may now realize that you are unlikely to stay with them much longer. Plus, of course, when the next promotion time comes around, employers remember who was not loyal and who was. Make sure you know and use the 10 main reasons not to take a counteroffer.